new Duck Bricks vid. I don't know about that, but I'm gonna play Lego Fortnite with Duck Bricks very soon. Oh, can I talk about, wait, okay, look. So I don't know if you guys followed this, but a while back I watched a 9-hour Bionicle lore video by this guy named Duck Bricks. This is him. He's a pretty cool guy. He's got a massive, insane Lego collection and loves the lore, knows all that shit. Well, he was on a show called Lego Masters. And recently I started watching it with Ari. We just watched some episodes to catch up and see how he was doing. And I was just skipping around for his parts. So I watched one episode, he did well. I watched another episode, he did well. And I started to notice as we skimmed through the season that not only was him and his partner the best fucking builders in the show, they were crushing every single episode back to back, like gapping their competition. These are all the best builders in the world. They were gapping their competition, but now they are currently in the finals, which again, it's already all been filmed. We don't know who won. He knows who won, but he can't tell me. But they're on an insane win streak, and the finals are about to be broadcast, I think, within the week. Within 1 week, we'll know who won, and they're in the finals. I mean, they built some fucking crazy shit, so I wanted to see if I could show you just briefly his build. So this challenge, they had to build a roller coaster. It was like, this is the get to the semis.
The stakes are higher than ever.
Okay.
You tested it.
Duck Bricks, Duck Bricks, Duck Bricks.
Yeah. We can't mess up this close to the finale. Everything is riding on this.
I can't tell you guys how much watching these episodes, even though I kind of skimmed, they're gapping their competition. They show up looking fresh as hell. They make a build that's like fucking 20 times better than everyone else. I mean, the show has had to like stop giving them the win. The show keeps giving clearly the number 2 the win, so they don't win every week. It's fucking crazy. To me, they feel like they've been so far ahead. Dude, there was one episode where they made a UFO, and you can make whatever you want, but they made a UFO. The team after them also made a UFO, and it was so rinky-dink. They got eliminated. It was so rinky-dink, they got eliminated because they made a fucking shitty UFO next to Duck Bricks. It was crazy. I mean, they're on another level. So anyway, I want to show you this. I think it's their coolest build. All right, let's see. Yeah, this build's fucking nuts.
The name of our build is Dragon Dance.
Dude, look at that.
Descent up to the clouds, building the anticipation.
They built this in like 8 hours.
Plummeting downwards.
Is it gonna work?
We're about to find out.
They like created this whole fucking thing
So far, so good.
That's such an insane fucking idea. And this fucking judge was a doubter the whole time. He kept saying like they're not gonna finish. There's no way that's gonna work. It's not gonna run. And he was fucking dead wrong. And they crushed. So anyway, I was just super impressed. I knew he was a Lego collector. I did not know he was like an all-time GOAT builder. I was kind of blown away. I did not think he would win because Ari's watched this show before and said they're really good. So I thought, okay, he's gonna get on there but he's actually just the fucking GOAT. Show one of the others. Okay, I'll show you like someone else's. All right, here's the next one.
A roller coaster called Ladybug Flight, where
I mean, this is not
rider
bad.
This
is probably not the worst one. But like in terms of scale, you know what I'm saying?
It might not be as extreme as some of the other builds because we wanted it to be for everyone.
Adding lore reasons why you couldn't build taller is really funny. We wanted to make it family friendly. I mean, they're fucking Lego bricks. Okay, ma'am? They're not afraid of falling. Anyway, I think this was the team eliminated. It's not on the level. Anyway, they've been super duper impressive. It's just been super fun to watch them, especially now that I kind of know Duck Bricks. And so we're gonna play Lego Fortnite for sure. Excited to do that. Oh, book club. Shit, one more thing. Okay, book club. So there is 2 book clubs going on simultaneously. One is in the ACLU about the book Red Rising, which is a very fun fiction book. And if you are not a frequent reader, I think you should try that one. It's very fun. It's an easy read. It's entertaining. It's got bloody violence and war and rebellion, and it's sick. I think you should recommend it. I think you should check it out. I love that book. I think you should be a part of it. But I am also separately, I was going to read this book anyway, so I'm doing a mini book. It's called As Gods Among Men, A History of the Rich in the West. And it's all about the ultimate Omega rich from the medieval times till now and how they helped or hurt different crises and situations. Mostly hurt. But actually, what I'm gaining as the thesis of this book is that, like, for example, during the Black Death, inequality went down and rich people pitched in to try and fight it. During COVID, inequality went up. Rich people got even more ahead and they pitched in nothing. And in fact, so it's an interesting, I mean, it's an interesting step by step, but I will say it's a little more, I started reading it yesterday. I read the first chapter. It is a bit more academic in terms of how it's written. I wish it was a little more Malcolm Gladwell-y, but I want to say if you do buy it and read it, you can skip the entire forward intro pre-chapter 1 thing. It doesn't matter. Just, you need to get into chapter basically 2 as soon as you can, because that's when it starts having actual stories and people and things like that. Okay. So if you get put off by the beginning, power through a little bit, because it's a lot of like setting things up, explaining what he defines wealth as, blah, 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 blah. But then it gets to, and my goal is, because he's not, you know, he has a pretty small Twitter following and has done interviews that have like 60 views. I kind of want to finish this book and see if he wants to come on stream and talk about his book. I legitimately really want to do that. I'm going to reach out to his public email and see if he can explain it. But if you don't want to read it, I don't blame you. Again, it's not an easy breezy read and it's not super fun, I think, even though I think some of the stories are really interesting. I'm going to do a video about it at the end once I finish reading it. I think the actual subject matter is very interesting. And so I will just try to explain it in a more interesting way if I can. And I won't credit him. And then H. Palmer guy can make a video about me. Red Rising is great. Red Rising is a great, fun book. And if you like it, there's more in the series, so you have a good time. Easier or more difficult than Barbarians at the Gate? I loved Barbarians at the Gate and had no trouble reading it because it was so Succession-esque interesting. I'm only a chapter and a half in, so I will just say the foreword was very dry. And then as I got into chapter 2 specifically, got better. Was it a hyped book already? I read a really interesting book about inequality by this guy, Branko Milanovic, a while back. And that author, said this is one of the best books he'd read before it came out. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna check it out. And then that's why I got it. Oh, and someone mentioned Capital by Thomas Piketty. Thomas Piketty also recommended this book. And it's definitely an easier read than Capital, which is one of the worst slogs of a book. Just to be honest. Very interesting book, but a very drawn out book compared to this. I think this is better. By any chance, is it a coloring book? Yeah, of course. What do you think? Is it a fucking boring ass textbook? No, it's fucking, yeah, it's all coloring book. This is me coloring a picture of a medieval noble kicking a child in the street, and this is one of Elon Musk doing the same thing 100 or 1,000 years later. So it's pretty interesting. It's pretty fun to color. Only book I read is a Bible. Everything else is evil. Fucking facts, dude. Absolutely fucking gargantuan facts. Technically, all books are coloring books if you are goated enough. You just color the text. You like fill in the G and the D and that's kind of based. That's kind of cool. Could you read it to us like a bedtime story? No, I will not do that. I think that would not be very good. And also maybe not even allowed. But yeah, again, like I gotta say, I think once you get chapter 2, it's actually, that's when you start getting real life stories of insane things rich people did. And it's interesting. So just don't get put off by the foreword in chapter 1 is what I would say. And you really could skip it. All those do is set up how you can trust him. Like what his methodology and stuff, which is not important to you if you trust him already.